Hey everybody, Ron the Future here. How are you guys doing? Go ahead and leave the comments down below how you guys are doing as always. It's been a few weeks since I uploaded a video, and so I'll just kind of give you a little update on what I've been doing. I know the beard has gotten a little bit too long. Um, I use an electric beard trimmer. I've had it for about 10 years. The little motor went out on it. So I went to Walmart, bought another one, a really nice one for about $55. And you can even run it underwater. So that helps with the cleaning, when you shave. So I've never had one where you can trim your beard because I like to get real close, to my skin. And I never had a wet and dry beard trimmer before. It's just always dry. So this will be wet where I can run it under the water. So it might, be easier and smoother. More fun to trim my beard with. So I haven't had a chance to use it yet. I haven't had a chance to make any videos except for now. And I don't know where the time went. A few weeks ago I was supposed to make a video and I don't know what happened. At the time, like a few weeks just flew by. So anyway, as you see, I've got the Wonder Woman comic books on my thumbnail. I might have showed these before, years ago, I don't know what I've been doing with it. Well, first of all, let me say this video is kind of special for me because this video you're watching now is my 400th video. That's right, Ron the Future's been on. I think next month, January, will be 8 years. And this is my 400th video I made. For those of you who are new here, I'm Ron the Future. And I do all kinds of videos. I live in Vegas. I go to casinos, do like a little walkthrough. I collect Hot Wheels. I collect comic books, just different types of collectibles. You can go through my playlist and check out all the work I've done. So I started this on the comic books about a couple of months ago. And what I've been doing years ago, as a lot of you know, I've been putting them in Mylar. So I buy them brand new. These are modern books. I buy them brand new. I read them, and then I put them in Mylar bags, which I bought, I don't know, maybe like 10 years ago. Because I got tired of replacing the regular, I think they're called poly bags. And I like the look of the Mylar better. Makes the comic book, really pop. Even the new ones that already pop, makes them look really great. Then I do have some older ones that I've showed on here and that I haven't showed on here yet that I will be putting in the Mylar bags. So as I was going through that, I thought, well, I'm switching over to Mylar. I should price them. So what I've been doing, I look them up on eBay real quick. I know some are too high, the price, some is too low. I kind of just stick in the middle, like a nice fair price. Then what I've been doing, I bought brand new stickers, price stickers, and I put them on the back, and then I write the price that I think is fair on these for now, 2024. So that's what I've been doing. And I just did like a pretty big stack the other month, and I took a little break from that. And it hit me this morning, I should be recording for you guys what books I'm pricing as I go along. So these are the books I already had on top. I'm going to turn the camera around in a minute, and we'll get a better look at them. Like I said, some of these I might have shown years ago. I don't know, because these are my older boxes. They're modern comic books, but like maybe 10, 12 years ago, around in there. So that's what I've been up to. Did that about a month ago. And the ones I've already priced, when I get time, I'll go back and I'll get them and I'll show you guys real quick. This way you kind of keep up with me. And then I just basically been doing Hot Wheels because I've been behind filming Hot Wheels too. I bought a few Hot Wheels. Some people have bought Hot Wheels for me. Some I get as gifts. My sister, a lot of times, she'll buy me, she'll go to Walmart or Vons and get like maybe 20 of them, I like in a group. Then I like to film them one by one, like I do the comic books. You know, a lot of guys will come on and they'll just like do a haul and go through 20 real quick. I like to, you know, read one and then go through it with you guys, you know, one by one usually. This is different because I think I already filmed these, but not in a group like this or a pack, whatever, a lot. So this way you guys know what I've been doing, putting them in Mylar and pricing them. And that takes time, you know. So anyway, let's get to it. I'll turn the camera around and let's take a look at these books. Okay, so right now I'm working on Wonder Woman. I actually forgot the other stack of comic books, what they were. Oh yeah, I think it was Married with Children and The Simpsons, so I'll have to go back and get those for you guys. So the glare, this is Mylar, so the glare might be too much, so I'm going to tilt the book a little bit. So this is Wonder Woman, number 29, Rise of the Olympian. Let me know if you guys like Wonder Woman. If you guys have been following me, you guys know Wonder Woman is my favorite. So she's my favorite superhero. I do like other books, Batman, Superman, and other ones, but Wonder Woman just happens to be my all-time favorite. So I haven't priced these yet. So there's the little sticker. I do put the sticker on the back instead of in the front. A lot of guys will put them right about here. And the reason why is these aren't for sale right now. I know when you're digging through the boxes, so in the comic books, like in the box like this, it's nice to see the sticker in the front instead of, you know, turning the comic book around back and looking at the sticker. The reason why I do that, because I'm not selling them right now, and I don't like seeing the sticker with the price in the corner if I'm not seeing them, especially on Mylar. I like that nice, clean, slick look. You know, and if you have a sticker right here with the price on it, to me it kind of takes away from the cover of the book. You know, so I might sell these, you know, 10, 20 years down the line, or they're never. I mean, so I don't want to look at the stickers on the front. So that's why I put them on the back. And I like the different colored ones. On some things I was using just all white, but all white gets kind of boring. So I thought use the color ones and shake it up a little bit. So here's, let's see. That glare is bad, I know. So 28, okay, see I bought these March of 2009. So I've noticed like on eBay, it seems like guys are selling them right now like between like $3 and $5. Most of these I'm just putting $5 for now, because like I said, I don't plan on selling them. But, you know, like say a year or two from now, I'm digging in my box. I'm thinking, well, just like what's an average this will go through or go for. And I'll say, oh yeah, well, I priced it at $5. So, you know, I know comic books have came down a lot recently, but this is just an average. You know, it's not written in stone. Some books I just want to know, you know, what like the average price would be. If it's worth $2 or $200 or $50. So this gives me an idea. You know, I can always say 10 years from now, put another sticker up here and take that one off or whatever. But yeah, so it just gives me an idea what the books are worth. So it's hard to keep up on all these books when you have a lot. So this one I got December 2008, number 25. This one looks kind of vintage. Wonder Woman kind of looks like it's faded, but this is how I bought it. It looks like it's like she's been out in the sun a little bit too long, right? Showing off her muscles there. Look at those abs, that six-pack. That's pretty cool. So yeah, it's fun pricing these, you know, when I get time. So I'll pick up, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7, handful, whatever. And then I'll price them. I've got a lot of comics to go through. I probably have, I'd say, about 500 comic books, which I know to a lot of you that won't sound like a lot. Right now I have about 4 short boxes full. I'll have to buy another short box, and I'll be going through the boxes later in the future. But to me that's a lot, 400. But now I need a 5th box because I should have around 500 comics now, and I have to buy a 5th box, and I think that'll be full because I have people that send me comic books, you know, friends and from YouTube and Instagram, and once in a while they'll send me a box of comic books. And a friend of mine just sent me a box of comic books over the summer, so I have all that to go through too, which is fun, and I love doing it. So this one I bought, November of 2008. Oh yeah, number 24. This is a nice cover too. I pretty much like all the Wonder Woman covers. Like I said, she is my favorite. This is there, the movie. And let's see. Okay, so focus here. That's number 23. Bought this one in October 2008. It's a nice Wonder Woman cover. I like seeing her in battle like that and fighting with people. That's pretty cool. There she's just kind of standing there. So if you do like Wonder Woman, how many comic books of Wonder Woman would you say you have? I don't even know the answer to that on mine. I have to just one day go count all my Wonder Woman. Because right now I have no idea. Because I still have Wonder Womans in a bag when I bought them that I haven't even got to yet. So I'm way behind. So we gotta focus here. So this was number 22, September 2008. I like this one too because she's on the horse. That's really cool. Look at her eyes. Oh, now I don't want to focus. Give it a second here. Got the lights here above me and I don't want to focus to boot. They're all lit up in red. I guess she's a little bit angry there. Oh, look at her muscles, her arm muscles right there. Really flexing. The smoke coming out of the horse's nostrils or whatever. That's pretty cool. Good artist. So I need to price these books. Then I'll put them away in the box, and the next time I'll get the, like I said, I think it's the Married with Children and The Simpsons out, and then we'll go through those, which I should have filmed for you before. Okay, so we went through that handful of books. I don't even know how many there are. Let's see. One through here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we went through 6. And like I said, I will get those other ones out that I priced for you guys. I should have been filming those all along. I guess I just got so caught up in pricing them. And I was thinking, what's the next stat going to be worth? You know, because it's fun to see, you know, so a lot of times they go up a little bit. And it's nice to see. So I guess I just had pricing on my mind and not filming for a YouTube video. I haven't been in a comic book store in a long time. The last time again was over the summer. I didn't shoot any footage because I was on my way to get my hair cut, which is in the same plaza. So I was literally walking to my haircut to get my hair cut, and they were running behind. So they said it'll be about 20 minutes. So I went to the comic book store. It's like a few stores down. Real quick, I had 2 comic books in my hand. I forgot what they were now because it was a really good deal. They were really cheap. They were running a sale. I think they were like, I don't know, maybe a $6 book for $2, something like that. They were having a sale. And then for some reason I put them down and when I got my hair cut. But I haven't bought a comic book, I don't think, in about 4 years, maybe 5 years. And that's because I just have so many. Like I said, I have about 500, which is a lot to me. Other people laugh at that because they have, 10,000. I know one lady, she said she has about 20,000 in her collection. And she has them in long boxes in her garage. So another guy used to do too. So the reason why, it is an expensive hobby, but also as well, I live here in Las Vegas, and I try to keep my comic books in the house. Well, I do keep them in the house because I have my other car collection, Hot Wheels die-cast cars. The other collectibles I do have in a storage unit here in Las Vegas, but they can take the heat. As we know, the comic books, they don't like the cold and the heat too much, especially the heat. It wrecks the bags, it wrecks the comic books. They say it kind of dries them out and they'll get all dried out. So I do keep my comic book collection in my house. And, because the house is air conditioned. Because out here in Las Vegas, it gets, 118 degrees in the summer. This last summer, we hit 120. We broke a record. So, in the house, I keep it nice and cool. In the garage, it'll be 118, 120 out there, all summer long. And then in the winter, it gets a little cold here. It don't freeze, but, during the day and night, it could be, 30, 40, 50 degrees. And that's kind of cold for the comic book. So all the comic book experts say, keep your comic books in the house. So I've always done that. So, I guess you can get a storage unit that has air conditioning and heater, I guess. Mine don't. Mine just has nothing. It's just a, storage unit. But then that gets expensive too, because then you got to pay for the air condition. So I know most people keep their comic books in the house, for the temperature. And the other day, this was interesting. I got to share this with you guys. I Googled who has the most comic books, like in a private collection. Of course, businesses could have, 50, 60, 100,000 in a store. But I was wondering, as an individual, who has a lot of comic books. I forgot the guy's name. I believe he's in California. I think it's Southern California, if I remember right. And it said he has 101,000 comic books and some change. And I think this is written up with Guinness. I think they wrote the article. And it said he does have some in his house, but most of them are in his 3-car garage. So that's what I have, is a 3-car garage. But my cars are in them. I have my classic 87 Nissan truck, my classic 1970 Oldsmobile, which I even had time to run or drive or start them in the last few weeks. Just been busy, like I was saying earlier. And so that's how many comic books he has. I don't know how many he has in his house or how big his house is. But, 3-car garage is really big. So it sounded like he has most of them in his 3-car garage and then some in his house. So, anyway, that was interesting. So I Googled that the other day. So I don't know what year that was taken, I guess pretty recently. So for one man to have a little bit over 100,000 comic books, that's a lot. Because the store I go to, it's a pretty big store, my local comic book store. And a few years ago, I asked him, how many comic books do you have in this store? And he said about 55,000. So this is just to give you an estimate. But he really has 3 comic book stores in this one. He owned 4 comic book stores at one time. Well, he sold the other 3, and he brought a lot of the comics to the shop he's in now. So that's why it's 55,000. And he just has comic book boxes stacked all over, even in the bathroom. They're just piled up high underneath desks and the tables, where you look at the comic books. There's tons of comic books underneath the tables, behind the counter, comic book boxes everywhere. He's overloaded. So it's like 3 stores in one, and he's at 55,000 comic books. I don't know the square footage of the store. It is a brick and mortar store, but it's pretty big, to me anyway, for comic book stores. I've been in some real tiny ones. So for the comic book shop owner to have 55,000 in a brick and mortar store, and this guy who has 101,000 at his house and in the garage, that's double, almost double. So that's a lot of comic books for one man to own. So I talked to the comic book guy there, and I'm looking around the store, and I'm thinking, this is a lot of comic books. If you have to reprice them or rebag and board them, because, they don't keep them in Mylar bags, in the store. And I look around sometimes, and I look through the boxes, and I'm thinking, it's a lot of comic books. I can't even imagine one guy like me having 101,000 comics, when a comic book store might have 20,000, maybe 30,000. So that's a lot. Let me know how many comic books you guys have, roughly. Like I said, roughly I'm about 500. And I've been collecting on and off since I was about 23. I've had comic books, as a little kid. I've saved, the Looney Tunes or Bugs Bunny, stuff like that. The ones like for little kids. But then when I got around 22, 23 years old, my first comic book I got was the #1 Married with Children from the TV show. I think I showed that on here, but I'll show it again because I did price that and bag it. And I was actually in a coin store looking around, and I seen the comic book. And because the coin store was starting to sell some comic books on the side. And I said, yeah, that's one of my favorite shows. So I bought that comic book, Married with Children #1. And then I started going back to that coin store to get more, because I had #2, #3, then I bought the whole run. And then I bought a few other older ones, like a John Wayne Golden Age. It's real cheap. It's kind of beat up, but it's all there. And then they weren't doing good business, and I didn't know that. So they went out of business. So then I just started going to a regular comic book store. And I was having a ball in there. And I'd get like a Wonder Woman every now and then. And then I think I had some when I was a little kid. I don't know where those went. I don't have those, unfortunately. And a few others, you move and you lose them and stuff. But anyway, so I got a few Wonder Womans. And then they had rock and roll comic books. I know I showed some of them on here. They'll be in my playlist under comic books. Got Rolling Stones, Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses, the heavy metal bands, the 80s, stuff like that. So I don't think I priced those. I'll know when I go back, and I'll be showing you guys those. So anyway, that's a little bit of my backstory with the comic books, and updated what I'm doing now. Putting them in Mylars, and then the one I've got already in Mylar, I'm putting the price tag on. Like I said, it gives me a general idea of what they're worth. They can go up, they can go down a little bit, but it kind of gives me, across the board, like I said, it's worth $5, $10, $200, because I do have, that I haven't showed yet, and I bought this, about 10 years ago. It is a Wonder Woman. I forgot the number. It is Silver Age, and that's worth about $100 and $120 right now. And that I've got separate. I put that somewhere else. I don't have that in my main collection. And because to me, for right now, $100 is a lot of money for a comic book. I usually buy, the new ones, of course, from like $4 or whatever. But I quit buying the new ones a while back. Like I said, it's been about 4 years. I bought a few Draculas, like around $25, $30. That I'll be showing on here. I did pull a Dracula out that I do have with my Wonder Woman, because those are my two expensive books for right now. So my Dracula, I think, was $40 or $45. So I got those separated right now. I'm going to do a nice video on those two pretty soon. So anyway, so that's just a little update, what I've been up to, what I've been doing. And I just got to make more time to keep doing videos. I like to have a video out for you guys every Friday. And sorry I missed the last couple of weeks. Like I said, I just don't know where the time went. I just got busy doing a few things and projects. And I kept thinking, well, tomorrow I'll do a YouTube video, And tomorrow never came. The week just like zoomed right on by. So anyway, I'll try my best to keep the videos coming for you guys. Like I said, I'm really happy. This is my 400th video. And so right now, today's date is December 28th. So we're right before New Year's Eve. And this should be coming out the Friday after New Year's Day, a couple of days after New Year's Day. So if everything works well, I hope everybody had a happy New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I hope everybody stayed safe out there. I just stayed home. I stay home every year because, as you know, I live in Las Vegas, and Las Vegas just gets too crowded on New Year's. Seems like half the world flies in, which I'm glad. It gives us the business. And but you've seen on TV downtown in the Strip, the people are just packed. They're jammed in like ants. I like people, but I don't like big crowds like that. I think it's like, I don't know, 400,000 or 500,000 people come to Vegas. That's just too much for me. I'm like 4 or 5 miles from the Strip, and I just don't want nothing to do with that many people. That's just too much for me. I don't want to stand out there in the cold with all those people, and I don't drink alcohol, and when you don't drink alcohol, you don't want to be around, at least me anyway, I don't want to be around a lot of people that drink and that are getting drunk and getting pushed and shoved and fighting and all that. So I just like to spend a nice quiet evening at home. And that's what I like to do. So I try to stay away from the big crowds. So anyway, I know this video is long. I didn't mean to make it this long. Just kind of a little update on me and what I've been up to. So anyway, again, let me know how you guys are doing. It's been a while. Again, go ahead and leave in the comments right down below how you guys are doing. I always read the comments. I try to get back to everybody. Through the years, I know I've missed a handful of people. I probably write you guys back at least 95, 98% of you. So go ahead and leave your comments. I'll get back to you. You guys stay safe out there. Enjoy your 2025. So I'm going to really try to enjoy mine. Okay? All right. Thank you for watching. And you guys stay safe out there. And I will see you next time.